Yo, bros and brosettes, welcome to the most radical new cable access show! My name's Tony Tubular, and that's Bodacious Bart.
Yo, dude, don't call me Bart.
When you say Bart, on today's radical episode, we're telling you the hot gossip on the brand new game Sonic the Hedgehog. It's so much more bodacious than those Nintendo games like Mario Bros. 3. Now, let's get to the radical review. Let's do it, bro. Woo!
Do you know what that sound is? That's the sound of Green Hill Zone, the first level of Sonic the Hedgehog. Nintendo was the console king in the 1980s, and Sega wanted to dethrone them. Sega released the Sega Master System around the world in the late 80s. But they were missing a key element to a console, a mascot. Nintendo had Mario, and they had, I don't know, Alex Kidd, I guess. You know Alex Kidd? No, you don't, because he sucks. And with Sega's new console, the Sega Genesis, coming out soon, they needed a new mascot. I wonder why. Sega had a mascot contest within the company to decide what it was going to be. 200 designs were submitted initially, but a team consisting of programmer Yuji Naka and 2 designers named Naoto Mishina and Haruko Dashiura went through with many ideas before settling on 3. The 3 radical designs were an old man with a mustache who later became Eggman, or Dr. Robotnik for people who are old, a dog, and a blue hedgehog covered in spiny quills. Market research in New York showed that the hedgehog was the most popular and the old man was the second most popular. The hedgehog was given the initial name of Mr. Haruzumi, which translates to Mr. Needlemouse when you split it into 2 words. Why did they not name it Mr. Needlemouse? I don't know. I would have bought in a game called Mr. Needlemouse over a game called Sonic the Hedgehog, but that's just me. Yuji Naka himself had debunked the claim that Sonic was ever nicknamed Mr. Needlemouse, explaining that it was simply a mistranslation on the part of Western fans. Keep telling yourself that, Yuji Naka. The word Hamizumi actually means hedgehog in Japanese, but the word Hari translates to needle, and the words Nemizumi translates to mouse. So he said it's clear that they just translated Hari and Zumi separately. Some names considered before they landed on Sonic was Yusko, Lightspeed in Japan, Rasputi, sounds like Lightspeed, and LS. Most people think that this stands for light speed. That's also where Ellis Mark got his name. Sonic was looking to be the mascot Sega wanted him to be, with the color of the Sega logo, shoes inspired by Michael Jackson, and the personality of Bill Clinton. One of the things that was cut from the game and release was the character planned to be Mr. Hezamuni's girlfriend, who was a human named Madonna. The pop star was partial inspiration. Fun fact, she was in the drug cartel according to the 2022 documentary on his life with the same name, Weird Al. The Weird Al movie. Madeline Strutter, project manager of Sega of America, claims to remove her to appeal to Western audiences. As she said, the human-animal romance was on. That didn't stop them from doing it in hit game from 2006, Sonic 06. Madonna is better off dead. They even considered putting Sonic in a band at one point, with one of the characters planned to be in the band, later being repurposed as Vector the Crocodile. This idea of himself being in a band does show up in Sonic Underground, as well as the end of Sonic 1 on the Master System. A part of the way Sonic succeeded so much is because of the Sega Does What Nintendo marketing campaign. In this marketing campaign, Sega made fun of Nintendo, with every ad ending with Sega does what Nintendo don't. Well, it's actually Genesis does what Nintendo, but no one remembers it that way, so we gotta stick with the trends. The zones are Green Hill Zone, Marble Zone, Spring Yard Zone, that other one, Labyrinth Zone is somewhere in there. The other one, Final Zone. They each are of varying difficulties, with the only good one being the first one, which is a part of the reason why this game ages so poorly. I wonder how I know all these things, because I'm a 1991 radical TV show host, which is pretty bodacious, if you agree. In the first one, you only can play as Sonic, and you collect rings that act as your health meter. Yeah, at the time, Mario Bros. 3 was the newest game in the Mario series, making Sonic look really rad, until Mario World came out, which outshined it, because Mario World is superior to Sonic the Hedgehog 1. Sonic 2, you can put up an argument, but I still think Mario World was better, for all those people who bought a Genesis in the 90s. I guess you did a good job, I don't know. I don't like getting politics in my videos. This part of the script was deleted, that's why this sounds so bad. Sonic reviewed pretty well for the time, especially for being the first game in a series no one has heard of yet, because it was the first game in a series. It actually didn't only release on the Genesis, it also released on their portable console and the Master System, which is pretty cool if you agree. Sonic.
Well, Bart, that was a radical summary.
I warned you not to call me Barf. Now it's time to teach you a lesson. Every time we do this, Tommy, every time I work with you on something, you always ruin it. You call me Barf. You managed to shred half of our script this time. I'm gonna teach you a lesson you won't forget.
Why, you will.
Well, Bart, that game sure was bodacious! Join us next week when we talk about...
Yeah, I can't wait for next week. Let's show the audience again, just in case they forgot.
Yeah! Well, thanks for watching, everybody! Bye!